The Podsterz, we're back.
Welcome back to season 2 of the Podsterz.
I guess.
Yeah.
We've been away for a while.
Yeah, we've been on a bit of a hiatus lately, or the past year or so.
Yeah, we try to be good. We try to be nice to people, but the situation right now has led us to we gotta
start
vent.
up. We got to do this.
Yep.
It's time. I mean, with everything that's been going on, it's politics. It's the state of emergency in the U.S. with the COVID-19 coronavirus.
People are being dumber than usual.
And I'm just sick and tired of it, and I have to vent.
So, since you guys apparently like to hear us vent, we can see that on the little blips on social media. We decided to vent for you.
And we figured you guys are missing us as well. So,
Yeah,
we
now that
might
you're
as
sitting
well.
contained at home, you might as well kill an hour or so with us.
Yeah.
But you know what? Speaking of the coronavirus, and before we rip people a new one,
What's that?
let's be serious for a second.
Okay, let's be serious.
Yeah. Please, people, these are difficult times and whatnot, but I urge everyone to stay informed, adhere to guidelines, but panic accordingly to where you live. And with that, I mean that, for instance, where we live, there's 2 confirmed cases of coronavirus.
Yeah.
There is no need to freak out about what's happening in Italy or New York or, any place that has had a huge infection rate and confirmed cases when there's barely none where you live. If you're in a place where it's pretty chill.
Pretty isolated, I would guess, from high travel.
I guess.
People that travel a lot,
Right, and you're not in a high infectious zone. Feel for the people that have it real bad. Pray for them, do whatever you have to do, but don't act like the zombie apocalypse is upon you personally.
Yeah. And that's one of the main reasons why we started up again, because I guess we need to put some reason out there, give people the, I guess, knowledge to stay informed, to take care of yourselves, and to also look out for your neighbor as well.
And with looking out for your neighbor, the second serious thing I want to bring up here in the beginning is that right now you have tons of people that are bleeding money because they can't work.
Right.
That goes for instance, bars. It goes for artists, musicians, and, other
restaurants,
people like that.
Small businesses, also daycares.
Right, for a lot of them. And my suggestion, at least for more maybe of the entertainment side, because that's where I come from, I have a simple suggestion. If you still get paid from your job and you usually frequent, let's say, a bar, set that money aside that you planned on spending at that bar. Stuff it in an envelope or, see if they have a PayPal and donate the money to them. They are going to need it to survive. That way, maybe the bartenders and stuff they have working at least can pay their bills.
Yeah, and for most musicians as well.
Oh, for musicians, definitely. I mean, if you bought tickets to an event that got canceled, or the shows you planned on going to see are canceled, take that money and buy merchandise or records directly from the bands to support them.
Yeah, and we're talking about the small time bands and stuff like that, the ones that they choose to make a living off of their music. They travel, they go from venue to venue to play. That's how they make their living.
Right. if you listen to top 20, you don't have to worry too much. But yeah, if you listen to any genre, smaller artists, go support them. And if you're one of those that sit here now and say, well, I only do digital streaming, that's fine and dandy. But, instead of just adding stuff to your library, press the buy button and then give them the $10. They're not getting $10, but, any penny helps. So keep supporting your artists, your local businesses, any way you can. Yes, you can't go out and dine, but do the drive-through or pick up, or just keep supporting these people. They really need your help right now.
Yeah, but don't go out and have parties with a bunch of people where you can just go and spread things. Not saying that you have it, but there's that potential of catching it from somebody else, or it can start with just one person.
Yeah, if you're a touchy-feely, huggy person, don't hug everybody. Right now, stay away from it. You don't know if you're
give
a
them
carrier.
The peace sign or something. You don't have to go and feel up somebody every time you see them.
Nope, you can just give them the Rachel nod. It'll be fine and dandy.
The Rachel nod.
Yep.
You're going to have to explain what the Rachel nod is in case people don't know what it is.
The Rachel nod means that you're normally a sweet, sweet lady, but when you see people that you like and acknowledge, you puff up like a cockatiel, and then you kind of just nonchalantly nod your head up and down to the person recognizing them, but you got to have this cool, stern look on your face as well.
It's like saying, hey, but...
What's up, yo?
Yeah, but in a nonverbal way.
Yep.
It's more of a body language thing.
And now that we've gone through the serious stuff, let's jump into the idiots.
So... I want to start off by talking about my trip to the grocery store about a week ago, last Friday.
Yeah, it was last
I kind of panicked myself just because I figured there were going to be a shit ton of people panicking, and I needed to do my grocery shopping. And typically I do my grocery shopping on the weekends, okay? And I figured, you know what, let me get... thinking it might not be as bad as I thought it would have been. However, when I got there, the parking lot was absolutely packed, and it started off okay, thinking, okay, it's fine. The parking lot's packed, but I was able to find a parking spot.
Yeah, the parking lot itself wasn't all that bad because we found pretty decent parking.
But, and when I walked in too.
Yeah, it wasn't bad initially.
I was expecting to see chaos. I was expecting to see people fighting over groceries or something, and people starting fires or something. But I didn't see that. So I was like, okay, so it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, until I headed straight for the freezer section because... Yeah. Okay, I don't want to scare everybody, but we started a plant-based diet back in January.
We do not eat meat.
We're no longer carnivores. I'm sorry to admit, we don't eat meat. And that's going to be a whole nother topic later on.
I was going to say, we'll save that for a different day, because people here think that you're from Mars if you don't eat meat.
Yeah, so I went to the freezer section to go see if I could find some frozen vegetables, maybe stock up with a few bags, a few bags, meaning 2 or 3 bags of frozen vegetables at least, Right. And when I got there, I kind of panicked because all the entire aisle
of frozen vegetables.
The entire aisle of frozen vegetables was practically depleted, except for a few bags of corn and Brussels sprouts. However, there was this one frozen section, one little freezer that apparently had bags, and there was a woman standing on the ledge of the freezer door, and she was just pulling bags of whatever vegetables were there, throwing them over her shoulder into her basket. She wasn't even looking back. She was just throwing bags left and right. And I kind of panicked a bit, but I was like, stay cool. Let me look over here to see what we have. Luckily, I found a few bags of Brussels sprouts and some other kind of vegetable. And I started grabbing them, and that woman stopped what she was doing. She froze and was staring at me, and I was like, And she looked a little nervous. She even kind of reached out towards me, and I looked at her like, bitch, back the fuck off. I was like, I mean, I meant no harm to no one, but seriously, your entire shopping cart is full of bags of frozen vegetables, and you don't want me to have a bag of Brussels sprouts and a bag of beans?
Here's the thing, people.
Come on,
if you're
back
one
the
of
fuck
the idiots that started hoarding, first off, I want to know what your fucking fascination with toilet paper is. Last time I checked, this virus does not give you the shits.
Right, I don't get that either.
So are you going to take all this toilet paper and shove it down your lungs and scrub them?
I don't understand the fascination with the toilet paper right now.
I don't get it. And here's another thing. When you hoard food as well, you are creating a bigger panic. People like us,
you're creating a bigger panic than the actual virus itself.
Yeah, you are the virus.
Yes.
You're worse than the virus. Because here's the thing, idiots. Normal people like us who decided to not panic are now forced to act the same way, because I would prefer to go once a week to the grocery store, buy my groceries for the week, and be done.
Right.
When you guys are buying up all the spaghetti, all the rice, you have to bet your ass that if there's rice there, now, instead of buying a 2-pound bag, I'm gonna have to buy 10 pounds of it too. Because next time I go there, it may not be there.
Exactly.
And I really hope that you guys understand that all this shit you bought that you normally don't eat will not be returnable. So you're either going to be stuck eating crap you don't like for a year, or you just wasted it.
Yeah, I mean, I can guarantee you that half of the shit that these people are hoarding are just going to go to waste. It's going to sit on their shelves forever and expire, or they won't know how to cook it, or, whatnot, and it's going to go to waste. And by all means, some little old lady that barely gets to go to the grocery store, that has a hard time moving around, can't get groceries because you decided that you're going to hoard everything and keep it in your pantry or in your big old freezer that you have to have in your garage.
Yeah, thanks a lot, asshat.
And funny thing is I was talking to a coworker, and he said that he even saw somebody with a U-Haul that was loading that U-Haul full of meat and whatnot. I was like, but I understand the need to, stock up on groceries in case you don't have to, in case you're not able to, go for like a week or two or whatnot. But it's not like
we're going to... Who goes through 100 rolls of toilet paper in a week?
I mean, unless you have like a family of 7 or something like that. That's completely understandable, but there's...
Yeah, we're not ragging on the people that normally have to do it. But
today's day and age, there's not very many people with a family full of 7 to 10 people.
No, I mean, if you have to buy a whole thing of beans, like what's it called, a carton of canned beans for your normal week, we're not ragging on you. But if you normally go through a can of beans in 6 months, and now you bought up the whole stock of your store, you're an idiot. And can't you just go to your survival shelter? Well, maybe that's why they have to go and buy all
the toilet paper.
Right.
They're stocking up on the beans.
You're stocking up on the beans.
I get it now.
Woo, you solved it.
I figured it out. People are stocking up on beans because that's what they're going to eat for weeks upon end.
Then you're going to need
and they're going to need all that toilet paper to wipe their asses with.
But here's another fun thing I noticed when we were at the grocery store.
What
Hoarders.
was that?
People that somehow get, a tingle in their panties over this and think it's exciting and they get to go out and hoard and pretend that they're part of the Walking Dead. They still haven't understand the concept of beggars can't be choosers. I can tell you a couple of things that hoarders and pack rats and survivalists do not like.
And what's that?
They don't like unsweet iced tea. They do not, I repeat, they do not like Brussels sprouts. They are not fans of asparagus or spinach.
Basically fresh vegetables.
Yeah, they don't like that.
I understand their reasoning behind not buying fresh vegetables. It's because they go bad.
But here's the thing, though. If they're going to survive this apocalypse they invented themselves, it would be better for them to buy the fresh stuff and then freeze that, because that would contain more nutrients. Now instead they're going to sit there and eat their fucking mac and cheese until they get scurvy.
Or until they get constipated. Then they have to eat the beans.
But that's when you have the
then
beans.
they can use all the toilet paper that they bought.
Right. People, stop panicking. Even with this whole self-containment, grocery stores are open. The most grocery stores of the bigger chains have plenty of supplies in their warehouses. It's just that they can't get it out fast enough because you people are hoarding the shit out of what they can put on the shelves.
I mean, come on. The U.S. is the land of abundance.
Yeah, it's some
there's warehouses upon warehouses full of food to stock these grocery stores. And by all means, stores are going to keep things stocked because they want to make money.
Yeah. No reason to panic the way you guys do. And here's another couple of things that really gets me. The U.S. hates communism.
Uh-huh.
Now, you, the people that hate communism, have turned our grocery stores into Moscow 1979.
Yeah, because now the grocery stores are having to put limits on what you can purchase.
Right.
What's going on?
And also, I think this is the largest nation in the world of people that like to pat themselves on the back and always talk about their morals and Christian beliefs.
All that goes out the door.
Yeah, it's funny how all that went out the door and people started adhering to Darwin, survival of the fittest.
Exactly.
You people shape up, stop hoarding, and think about others.
Yeah, and like I said, don't try to be social at this time right now. Don't go and try to have parties. Don't go to big social events. Don't go to huge concerts where they're
canceled.
More than likely gonna catch something. But yeah, like Chris said, point proven, everything is being canceled because we don't want to run the risk of spreading whatever's out there.
Right. And I mean, if you think about it this way too, if you want to play the zombie apocalypse and now you're stocked up on your beans and toilet paper, you don't want to eat Brussels sprouts, but you bought all the mac and cheese, you did it because you're afraid of catching this virus. It makes no sense whatsoever to have family reunions and throw big barbecue parties and stuff. You're defeating the purpose of why you stockpile the toilet paper in the first place.
Exactly.
And people, here's another thing. Have you heard that people are so dumb now that they're overflowing shelters with their pets?
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Because there's 2 dogs in China that tested positive for COVID-19.
So people are taking their...
So people in the United States of America are now taking their pets and dropping them off at the shelter.
Oh my
Get
God.
a fucking life, people, and do me a favor. If you are listening and dropped off your pet at a shelter, do not ever get a pet again.
Exactly.
If I find out who you are and see you with a pet after this, I'll confiscate it.
Yeah, you have no business owning an animal. No, that's just wrong. I don't know how or why that those 2 dogs in China got the flu. Maybe they ate a bat, because apparently that's where the virus originated.
Well, the thing, and we're not going to go into it right here, but there's basically... The problem with this virus is that normally there's like human-to-human viruses, and humans can fight it off.
Right.
Then there's animal-to-animal viruses. Humans don't get. This is some sort of hybrid. So yes, and I'm not trying to cause a panic, people. In theory, there could be a lot of animals with COVID-19. The problem with it is that now it can spread over species. And that's part of the problem. But here's the thing. If you think about it the same way, if you're afraid that your animal might contract or spread this virus,
Don't take your doggy to the dog park.
Right. Don't take your doggy to the dog park.
Don't have play dates with your doggy and your neighbor's dog or something, you know?
Yeah, don't be that idiot in the neighborhood that let your dog run loose. You shouldn't in the first place. I think we've been ragging on those idiots before.
True dat.
Just be responsible like you are with yourself and your children, and you and your pets will be fine. But do not turn them into shelters. The shelters are already full.
Yeah, and
You're
don't
causing
hoard
a lot
Purell.
of euthanasia here.
Don't hoard Purell, please, because everybody needs some. If you take all the Purell and don't leave any for anybody else, then how are they supposed to, sanitize their hands after they touch a shopping cart? Then you're gonna be the cause of somebody getting sick. I'm just saying. This is my PSA for today.
Yeah, just try to be smart, people.
Yeah, and hoarding isn't the smartest thing to do right now. Let's not panic. Let's stay calm. Let's stay home. Let's chill with our family. Let's watch a little bit of Netflix or Hulu and binge some shows. It's not going to kill you to stay at home and just chill out for a bit. I don't understand people who have to constantly be out and about. I do understand that there are people who are social butterflies and have to be at the bar and be around people 24/7.
They don't have to, though.
No, but this is what I'm saying. There's people out there that are like that.
Right, they feel the need, but here's your time to show the thing they like in the Bible, which is restraint.
Right.
So restrain yourself, sit at home. And in today's society, when you guys go out, you're not doing it like we did back in the day. You guys go out in hordes and then you just sit and stare at your fucking phone screens anyways.
Right.
So why don't you guys go to your grocery store, buy your favorite beverages, crank your stereo up at home with the favorite music, and then you can do all these octopus and blah blah blubs and be friends just like you are at the bar, even though you practice safe distance.
Yeah. And funny thing is, I heard on WOII News the other day is that
reliable source for right-wing news.
No, that they were saying that it's hurting people who are single and date. I'm like, really? Come on. Can you just restrain from not dating for about a month or two? And by all means, there's tons of ways to socialize via computer. You have Skype, you've got FaceTime, you know what? You can actually pick up the phone and talk to somebody. Oh my gosh. Mind blown.
I don't know how you do that. It's like a weird.
That's like what people used to do back in the 80s and 90s when they wanted to socialize with people. They pick up the phone and talk instead of sit there and text.
You go out with each other and then you just stare at those dumb screens anyway, so sit at home and stare at the dumb screens together. I mean, promise you, it won't make that much of a difference.
Yeah. So, you know, I don't know. I'm really...
That was so dumb that I'm speechless.
I'm really tired of this all. You know, people just need to calm down. They need to chill out. Sit down and read a book or something. Enjoy a nice glass of wine and read a book, or just listen to some music and chill out.
Learn to chill.
Yeah, I think that's one of the biggest problems these days is people don't know how to learn to chill out and have some me time. People think that me time is like going out to the bars and, you know, socializing with people or whatever. I don't know.
Me time.
Maybe that's not so much anymore. Maybe I'm totally what am I thinking? Old fashioned or out of the loop kind of thing, disconnected from that scene or whatever. Or maybe I'm just weird myself because I prefer to stay in. And then again, I mean, I am antisocial by heart.
Right? Our life hasn't been affected in those terms at all by this. Exactly. We just do what we do.
Yeah.
But, you know, this is a great time to get some real me time for reflection and contemplation, and who knows, maybe be creative.
You might learn a little something about yourself. You know what? The best thing to do for me time is to have a spa day. Like, take a bubble bath, you know, paint your own toenails kind of thing.
Yeah, paint my toenails always makes me relax.
Do a hair mask or a facial and just, you know, relax. Let everything dissolve away and make it all about you. Because doesn't everybody like to make it all about themselves?
Yeah, and you know what? Here's another great tip. If once you've done that and you feel a bit restless, learn to make your own fucking memes. I'm so tired of people today being lazy and uncreative and just taking ideas that others have made for them. Now
reusing memes is so lame.
Yes. It's the lamest shit ever. Now you can learn how to make your own little cutesy toot meme and hote and whatnot and post it. And maybe this is good. Maybe people will get a little bit more creative. Highly doubt it, but we can hope. And with that, we're coming up on 30 minutes. That's our usual broadcasting time.
And we want to continue to do our podcast. I feel like this is the time and now for us to bring up topics and stuff, because to be honest, we kind of stopped because there wasn't much going on. It was the same old BS that we normally rant and rave about. So this time we have something new to discuss, and hopefully we'll keep your ears interested.
Yeah, and since you can reach us on Facebook, let us know if you have a topic you want to hear about.
And you can also contact us via email.
Yes, the good old-fashioned way, email.
And what is that email address?
That email address is thepodsterz with a Z @gmail.com.
Awesome.
Till next time.
Have a good one. Stay safe and take care of yourselves.
Bye.
Bye.